I have controls.
You have controls.
I have controls. Friction back off. Tracing throttle. Looks right.
Thank you.
What's my out?
Okay.
No Autorotation warning light check. Please left. Lowering RPM. Our
Long Beach Tower, 48 Tango November, we're coming up over the Los Gatos diagonal for 26 right.
Number 40 Tango November, Long Beach Tower, make straight in 26 right, runway 26 right for line.
engage is 123 green after standard, club is out of yellow, and rotor after green, no warning lights, and more than half fuel, you're good to go.
Yeah.
You have control?
I have controls.
You have control?
Long Beach Tower, swing 7 Papa Tango, is 2 miles south of the blimp at 1,400 feet, requesting 26 right.
Roger, fly northbound and then east 91 southwest for traffic.
Controls.
I have controls. Gonna pick up?
Northbound and 91605 for traffic.
Okay, check maybe, yeah.
Just repeat
You did it? Okay, sorry.
Request taxi, request landing to runway 26 left, information Papa.
UPS 7806, right at Kilo, on the ground.
Roger, Kilo, on the ground, UPS 7806.
Right at Kilo, please.
Roger. Long Beach Tower, 7 Final, 296 Tango Whiskey, 6 miles north, 2,300, descending with Papa.
Number 296 Tango Whiskey, which runway?
That's exactly.
Request runway 30, please.
Yes.
Number 6 Tango Whiskey, Roger, if you want runway 30, I need
Wind
you
is
to go
pushing us a little, so that's why we needed a little more left cycling.
5.35.
Make sure when you drift, drive fast the cyclic, and only then you continue to race. Make sure you don't drift to the back, I'm not sure if there is somebody behind
A lot
us.
more if you want that, unless you have to go way southeast if you want 30.
Okay, what's the current wind?
Wind 210.
The radio is free.
Okay, I can take one of the 26s, request
You do whatever you have to do.
6 Whiskey, Launch Roger, base 605, runway 26 right.
Make sure you don't drift to the back.
Okay, enter right base runway 26 right, 6 Tango Whiskey.
Southwest 3460, Launch Roger, leave about 5 minutes right now for traffic.
Roger.
6 towers up and 9912, echo on the taxi approach for iOS 30.
Number 9910 Echo, Long Beach Tower, you full stop?
Yes, full stop, 910 echo.
10 Echo, runway 30 clear line, hold short of runway 26 right for traffic.
30 clear to land, hold short 26 right, 10 echo.
Number 6 Tango Whiskey, runway 26 right, clear line.
26 right, clear to land. 6 Tango Whiskey.
Number 2 Whiskey Charlie, friction approved.
Pretty busy when only one frequency is in use. Sometimes very busy.
Cherokee 62310, friction approved.
Frequency change above 6, Cherokee 62310.
Cessna 48 Echo, friction approved.
Frequency change approved for Echo.
Number 537, descent approved, extender down.
Descent approved, extend down, 537. 0PH0853, pin gauge, landing 26 left, information Papa.
Number 053, Lone Star, left traffic 26 left.
Left traffic 26 left, 853. Long Beach Tower, Cessna 119 Foxtrot Romeo, holding short, 26 left at the river.
Cessna 119 Foxtrot Romeo, Lone Star, left river approved, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
26 left, clear for takeoff, 9 Foxtrot Romeo.
Long Beach Tower, Helixter 74426, and Maverick, request West Wallow departure with information pop-up.
The 426 Lone Star, west forward approved, departure from the ramp, beach and risk.
West Wallow approved, departure from Maverick, I'm on risk, so 426.
Okay.
Aerostar 810, remember, left there, kilo 3, underground.
Yeah, don't get into a very hustle attitude, okay? Take your time.
If we make it a long landing left at Delta for Atlantic.
610 Whiskey, approved to Weston.
Roger, thanks, 16 Whiskey.
610 Whiskey, there's traffic line now 30, but there will be a little short of your runway.
Little
Roger, thanks.
Yeah. Nice.
Right here, that's clear.
Yeah, so usually we do the call a little slower, right?
Right.
Also that he can really understand all the information, but today you matched his vibe. So he was also like that. So really good radio call, really good job. It was actually appropriate. Especially they know our radio call sign and everything, right?
Right.
If somebody doesn't know it on a new airport, you might want to speak a little slower. But you did it very nice because he was very in a rush, so you matched really his vibe. Okay, 500. as you reach it, you can get to 70 knots, so keep the collective up, just go to 70 knots.
Right, clear, left there.
And when you have your 70 knots attitude, then you can adjust the collective so that you keep the 500. Yes. Yeah, when there is only one frequency in use, then it's sometimes very busy.
Sir, 1 direct, maintain your slow speed.
But of course, now it's quiet. Okay, the setting.
That, we're slowing down now, direct.
527, turn to base, runway 26 right, come on.
Base, 26 right, please go ahead, 527.
November 6 Tango Whiskey, turn left at Delta, kind of ground runway.
Left at Delta, contact ground was off,
Runway 53, extend that one, call base.
Extend down to you, call my base, A53.
Make sure you don't get too high, 70 knots is perfect.
Number 6 Lima Bravo, what is your, or 7 Lima Bravo, what is your taxi request?
And what else
We'd like
can we do now?
to 30.
Gauges 120 green,
Lima Bravo,
enter center.
expedite straight ahead, all the way to Delta,
Yellow,
Lima 4,
no warning
expedite, runway,
lights,
got traffic behind you,
engine
left to right, kind of ground runway.
More than half fuel.
Delta 4, 7 Lima Bravo.
Trim setting centered, 70 knots, 500, really good job, very stable. Feels a little slow, so probably we have a little wind from the west. It was also wind from the west in Long Beach. Oh, the outspin is also 63 now, maybe you can... Yeah, 63. Here we have 70, so which means the wind is holding us back, right? A little headwind.
Southwest 3468, runway 30 line of weight, traffic landing 26 right.
Runway 30 line of place, Southwest 3468.
Number 1 Echo, what is your taxi request?
Delta 4, 1 Echo.
1 Echo, left Delta 4, kind of ground runway.
Contact ground after the runway.
So with the iPad, it's also really nice
Papa Tango, turn to base now, runway
to connect kind of the information you have here with the radio calls. And then you hear somebody come, maybe...
6 frequency trip,
I think that was for us. Frequency change approved.
426, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, helicopter 426.
Command departure Romeo, frequency approved.
But when you hear, hey, I'm on left crossing, then you can also check where he really is, right? That's really nice.
Option discredit.
You can already change the frequency if you want, because then it's a little quieter.
Right.
Traffic, 0 Bravo, downwind 25 left. Traffic.
Just cross the LA River.
Right.
So what can we do?
Go higher.
Yes. In general, we want to fly a little higher, right?
Right.
Because it's just safer, gives us more time in case of an emergency. In Long Beach we have to stay pretty low, that's why we do it, but usually when we are outside we fly always a little higher, but now we're still restricted to 700.
Traffic, 0 Bravo, base 25 left, contact.
Pretty busy the 405, huh? A lot of cars.
Traffic, 0 Bravo, short final, 25 left, contact.
Yeah, nice climb. You kept exactly 70 knots, really good job, 700 feet. Left right clear. Whenever you're ready, you do your radio calls.
Right. Compton traffic Victor 426, 3 miles south, inbound for landing on runway 25 right, Compton.
Nice job. Yeah, seems not to be very busy in Compton. Like 1 hour ago, there were like 6 aircraft. Changed pretty quick.
Traffic, 0 runway Bravo, clear 25 left, Compton. Redlands traffic, 47 Juliet is 2 miles to the east, inbound for landing Redlands. Any traffic please advise?
So that radio call was actually from another airport.
Right.
A lot of airports have the same frequency, and if there is the line of sight, there is no mountains in between or so, then we can actually hear it.
Oh.
That's why it's important to say Compton in the beginning, because this guy just said Redmond traffic, which means we already know it doesn't matter for us. Yeah, you see, we feel how we get pushed a little.
Right.
So that's really how we feel that we have a wind from the west. We're also now flying a little like this, right?
Redlands traffic, 47 Juliet, on a 1 mile, dogleg the final runway 26, Redlands.
Nice view to downtown.
A lot of hay.
Yeah, that's marine layer that's over the sea. Sometimes it comes in. Here it's also really hazy, yeah.
Traffic 3132 Tango over the blimp 2000 descending to 1000. Traffic.
Over the blimp. Okay, that's right next to us. This guy, huh? Can you remember where your downwind is?
The power line.
Okay.
Compton traffic Victor 426, 1 mile south, entering left downwind for runway 25 right, Compton.
Nice.
Traffic 1321 Tango over the blimp 1700, being on red 360, descending to 1000.
Okay, make sure you keep to 700.
Gauges 1, 2, 3 or green, after center, curve is out of yellow, Autorotation to green, no warning lights, and curve is... You hold on to this.
Where did you get this from?
Curve it's up. It just fell out of my
Okay.
mirror.
Okay, so here are the train tracks, already a little late. But it's okay, I mean, it's not a requirement.
Traffic 1321 Tango over the blimp 1000, entering for the back, downwind for runway 25 left.
Compton traffic Victor 426 on left base for runway 25 left, right, Compton.
Nice. Yeah, seems like a little later time, the next time a little earlier.
Right. Final, orbits down. Compton traffic Victor 426 on final for runway 25 right, Compton.
426, this is 0 Romeo Bravo. We're holding short 25 left. When you get down, do you mind if we take off next to you?
Yeah, no problem. 426.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Nice, beautiful angle.
Traffic, 0 Roman Bravo, 25 left close traffic, Compton.
Okay. Let's go to the middle, a little left. Wind is from the west. Okay, so nobody behind us, so we have a little time. The other one also said he's using 25 left.
Right.
So, you had to do everything by yourself. You could have done the gate check already earlier, before you enter the downwind.
Right.
You don't have to, but it makes your life easier. But you still did it very fast, so it was really nice. It didn't really matter. Just make sure you also start to descend already in your downwind.
Okay.
And then first you descend, then 60 knots, and then turn. This time you turned and 60 knots kind of at the same time. You did it perfectly, but it's also, you make it a little harder for yourself.
Right.
Then the approach angle was really, really nice. In the end, you should have get a little slower and raise collective a little more.
Echo, turn left to finance, runway 25 left.
25 left, okay. So a little, get a little slower and raise collective a little earlier, because it was a little bit of fast
Traffic,
end of the final.
25, going to be across the
But the approach, the angle was really, really nice. Okay, so, and we want to turn base earlier, right, before the train tracks. Okay, then you can do your radio call, and whenever you're ready, you can take off.
Okay.
Traffic, lane 1321 Tango, short heading for road 25 left. Stop traffic.
Come to traffic vector 426, taking off on runway 25 right for left close traffic, Compton.
Look at the end of the runway. Then try to get over the center line. Little left side click. Yes, also on the approach, make sure you stay over the center line. So next time a little more left side click. Yeah, when we are on the ground, remind me, we speak about the takeoff again. Takeoff is really nice, just the beginning has to be a little slower, but we can speak about that later.
Okay.
Then can you remember when you can turn?
460 knots.
Very good. Checking if this guy is going around. No, they are not, so there's left is clear then. Yeah, looks good. Beautiful turn, 60 knots, trim string centered, power still high, and we keep it high until we reach 700. You can go to
Traffic, lane 1321 Tango, clear runway 25 left on Foxtrot, taxi doctor 25 left. Come traffic.
Come to traffic vector 426 on left downwind for runway 25 right, Compton.
Okay, getting a little high, so a little forward, yeah.
Engage 123 or green center, turbines out of yellow. Then an Aurora PMs are green, no warning lights.
And
Perfect.
okay, you have a lot of time now, you can check the runway is free, you can check for the train tracks. And then make sure you start to descend in the end of your downwind. So maybe now is a good time. Keep the 70. Left, before you turn left, right side clear, and then look at the horizon.
Okay.
Perfect 60 knots turn, really nice.
Come to traffic vector 426 on left base for runway 25 right, Compton.
Okay, we're still on 600, still pretty high. beautiful turn, 60 knots. Again, a little bit late.
Right.
Not a lot, but a little. You don't drop the nose, keep to 60 or slower. You want to start to descend, decelerate.
Compton traffic Victor 426 on final for runway 25 right, Compton.
Okay, on final.
Orbit's down.
Okay, you feel high or low?
High.
Okay, then let's lower the collective. Lower, lower, lower. Yes. Okay, make sure you get slower. We're still at 50 knots. Keep the collective down. A little, yeah, stay over the center line. Nice. Now you have a good angle. Get a little slower now. You don't have to raise yet, just aft cycling. Now slowly raise. Don't raise too much. But this aft cycling, that's gonna help you also a lot to reduce your descent rate, right?
Right.
So make sure if you play aft cycling and raise collective like you just did, then you level off. That's why we kind of came down nice and then we did a little and then down.
Right.
Because you did it at the same time. Okay, left clear. You can turn back to the forward. Nobody there. I have controls.
You have controls?
I have controls. Okay, make sure you don't forget your radio call on crosswind, if you can. I mean, if you are busy with flying, it's okay, but if you can, try to do that as well.
Okay.
Then the rest radio calls were nice. Also, on final, then you on downwind, lower collective, keep to 70 knots. This step 1, then 60 knots, then the turn. Okay, step by step, you can maybe lower collective a little earlier, then you have more time, because now we started to descend, 60 knots turn.
Right.
Yeah, it works. It's a little harder for you, right? The most important thing is when you do a takeoff, so you align yourself straight and level forward, and then you did quite a lot. Okay, let's take off. Boom. And then you go down, have to raise the collective forward, right?
Right.
So what I like to do is, I did the same thing as a student. I just imagine I want to now hover to the end of this right line here. So just these 10 meters here. Okay, that's how I start. Okay, just hovering to the front, just a little forward. And I wait. And then the nose comes up and then a lot of forward. So it starts very slow and as soon as the nose wants to come up, then a lot, okay? So
okay.
You, especially here, you have so much space, right?
Right.
So you can really start very slow and then you don't need to raise the collective at all. Or maybe just a very little bit. Okay, you have controls.
I have controls.
You have controls. Okay, this aircraft.
Open traffic, plane 1321 Tango, holding schedule 5 left, 426, that's going. Open traffic.
Okay, you can do the radio call.
From the traffic, Victor 426, taking off on runway 25 right for left close traffic, Compton.
Yeah, let's go. Nice, that was a beautiful takeoff. Now keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. Left. Don't play aft forward, yes. Yeah, so you can either even go a little more than 40 if you want. If you have so much space, why not? Because then if you have really steep nose down attitude, you just play a little aft and you're exactly at 60. If you do it very early, you're gonna get back to 40 and then you have to go back to 60, right?
Right.
So really, pretty a lot of nose down attitude. Okay, they are not taking off yet, so that is... The company, it's really important to check the left side, because they could take off next to you.
Compton traffic, Victor 426, turning left, crosswind for runway 25 right, Compton.
Nice. Probably in Compton, it's maybe even a better idea to say turning left crosswind. Because in case there is somebody next to you, they would know, oh, this guy is turning. And then they can say, hey, don't turn, I'm here. Or they turn as well or something.
Right. Clear.
Yes, very nice job keeping the power high, still climbing. Perfect. perfect level of 7700, 0. Exactly what we are looking for.
Just 123 are green, center, carbons out of yellow, no engine and rotor PMs are green, no warning lights, and more than half fuel. Carbons up.
Did you do the downwind call already?
Nope. Compton traffic, Victor 426 on left downwind for runway 25 right, Compton.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Keep the 70 in the beginning. Now you're already at 60. It's a little harder if you get to 60 already, because then you don't really descend, because we're still at 700.
Traffic 1321 Tango, turning left southward, clear to my left. Compton.
Compton traffic, Victor 426 on left base for runway 25 right, Compton.
We're still at 600, so yeah, nice.
Traffic 1321 Tango, turning left downwind for runway 25 left. Compton.
Nice, that is a good timing. That's a perfect timing actually. Oh, maybe half a second too late.
Perfect down. Compton traffic, Victor 426 on shore final for runway 25 right, Compton.
Compton traffic, November 93, Romeo Sierra 1100, climbing, just exiting Torrance's airspace for the blimp. Then I'm going to be passing over midfield at
Keep the collective now.
700, Compton
So
traffic.
as you now apply half cyclic, you're gonna stop your descent rate a little or reduce it. Then only
1321 Tango, turning left base for runway 25 left.
half cyclic. Then slowly raise. Nice. Don't raise too much, you don't wanna climb it, yes. Little left cyclic. Nice, beautiful approach. Okay.
Okay,
Really good job.
thank you.
Let's check.
Traffic 1321 Tango, turning left final for runway 25 left.
Okay, so let's go some maneuvers, huh?
The traffic system 73.
So we do a left downwind departure.
Right.
Taking off 25 right for a left downwind departure.
Right.
And gauge check maybe first.
123 are green, Amsterdam center, carbons out of yellow, engine rotor PMs are green, no warning lights, and half fuel, more than half fuel.
Yeah.
Compton traffic, Victor 426, taking off from runway 25 right for left downwind departure, Compton.
Okay, this time let's try to get a little faster on the takeoff. We have a lot of space. So really put your nose down when you have the performance. Little left pedal and more down, more down. Left pedal, yeah, more down, yes. Yeah. Okay, 60 knots, soft cycling. Okay, don't raise too much, that's enough, yeah. Nice, very smooth takeoff. Little left cyclic. Pretty strong headwind, like almost 10 knots. 51 ground speed.
Compton traffic, November 93, Romeo Sierra 1700 over the blimp, going to pass over midfield for downtown LA, Compton traffic. Compton traffic, Kilo Juliet, taxi from up to 25 left, Compton.
So these guys are going over midfield.
21 Tango, clear runway 25 left, on Foxtrot, taxi back to 25 left, we're Alpha, Compton traffic.
Okay, maybe we just do a downwind straight out departure then, because otherwise you do the same thing as this guy.
Compton traffic, Kilo Juliet, taking 25 left, Saturn, Compton.
and they're only flying at 1000,
Right.
and we are 700, so it's pretty close. So we just do a downwind departure.
Okay. Compton traffic lift to 426 on left downwind for downwind straight out departure. Compton.
Yeah, so just downwind departure is enough, because straight out would be if you take off and go straight out to the west.
Alright.
So it can be a little confusing. I mean, you said downwind, so it's okay, but it could be a little confusing. Okay. Then we stay at 700 for now, because in case somebody comes into the traffic pattern, or maybe somebody has no ADSB, we won't see him.
Right.
We want to stay at 700, either close to this airport. Then we're going to climb a little later. We have to make sure we don't get too close, because here starts airspace of Long Beach, right? But we still have enough space.
Traffic, 15 Golf over the number 08, we're going to be on Rockland. It's going to be turning down your for runway 26.
Yeah, then I would say we go to the 1056 of 105710.
Okay.
You can turn if you're ready. Did we do the Bouchard recovery for vortex ringside?
Yeah, just one time.
Okay.
And I applied the wrong pedal, but it still worked.
Okay. Okay, then let's start to climb a little. And maybe we do a last call, so maybe you can tell them. So what is really nice, if you turn on your this own chip distance rings, then you see these distances below, and then you know, okay, now we are 2 miles east of or northeast. So it's really nice for radio calls. So you can say 2 miles northeast of the field at 1000 feet, heading eastbound, last call.
Northeast?
Northeast, yes. So 426 is 2 miles northeast at 1000 feet, heading to the east, last call.
Compton traffic lift to 426 north, 2 miles northeast of the Compton, heading east. Last call, Compton.
That's 1000 feet, but that's
right.
Okay, then you can
The traffic at Kilo Juliet
click to LA Basin. You can change
1, 2, 3.
yeah, it's also written here. So the easiest is if you just change the frequency and then you use that one. You know what I mean?
Huh? What was it?
It doesn't matter. So I said you could just change it and then you know, because the frequency is almost the same. So you just have to do one click.
Alright.
But it doesn't matter. Okay, then let's tell them maybe LA Basin, 426 is over the 105, 710, let's keep climbing.
Okay.
Or climbing to 1500 or 1700, heading east.
LA Basin traffic hub to 426 over 110, 105, 710 intersection, climbing to 1500, heading east, LA Basin.
Nice, okay, let's keep climbing, you can get a little higher with the collective.
LA traffic, November 93, Romeo Sierra,
93 looks good, yeah.
over Huntington Park, about 4 miles south of City Hall. I'm going to be flying by Dodgers and then to Griffith, 1800 LA traffic.
Okay, so here we're at the Dodger Stadium, Griffith Park, that's all in the north.
LA traffic, helicopter 893, Papa 1300, Blue Whale, heading west, eastbound towards downtown.
And keep the power high.
Welcome to Fort South Sierra, Crypto 1.2, descending for Harbor South.
That girl, she went to school to me.
Oh.
Yeah, in Oregon, the flight school. She's from Norway. Still, they are also, the Antilleon, they are also at Long Beach Airport. The helicopters right across the runway.
Right.
Okay, keep the power a little higher.
Okay.
Hey, we're over Dodger Stadium. I got nothing for you.
What do you think? Is the wind coming from?
Hey, Rick, are you going to be working that for a little bit?
That wind?
Okay, so we have 65 here and 72, 73. But our ground speed is faster than our indicated speed.
Oh,
Headwind, exactly, that's a tailwind. And also in Compton, the windsock showed the west wind, that's also, it doesn't mean it has to be the same here, but it's very likely. Yeah, and we were using runway 25 into the west, so we had a headwind, right? So probably the wind is west-ish. Yeah, then maybe we already know the wind, so maybe we just do a left 90 degree, right 90 degree to check if there is traffic. Don't forget to do your checks before you turn, but yeah, you can keep turning.
3 off, moving to the south, turning out to the west. 18, we're up.
Okay, don't see anybody here on the left side, also nobody on the below us, so maybe let's turn to the right.
Okay.
And if you can in the turn also check your gauges.
About a mile south of City Hall, 1,800, and you're flying by Dodgers into LA traffic.
No warning lights.
LA traffic on number 93 Papa, Capital Records heading south.
Then let's turn around and keep looking for traffic. You can also raise the carpet.
600 westbound.
Okay, and when we are aligned with a nice headwind, we can do a vortex ring state. You can already think about what you have to do for a vortex ring state.
Police 18 is holding over Dodger Stadium for landing Hooper.
That's perfect. No climb, no descent. We got a little too high there, but it's okay for today. Nice view. Okay, then we can fly parallel to the highway, that's good. Okay, whenever you're ready, you start the vortex ring state, please.
Okay.
Police 18 is over Dodger Stadium, 1,300, I've got the aircraft.
And that's obviously not there. Yeah, towards downtown 1.2.
18's got you.
Nice, make sure you choose a reference time to keep the same heading. Okay, don't raise the collective more, that's enough. Because otherwise we're gonna almost hover. Pretty good performance. Maybe we have to lower collective a little bit.
Vortex straight. Airspeed alive.
Little more power, raise.
23.
Nice.
23 MacArthur Park, 600.
Nice. Really good job recovery. You don't need...
MacArthur Park.
You can do a little less nose down, okay?
Right.
So nose down was good, you applied it smoothly, but it was quite a lot. We don't need that much. Maybe we can keep the power a little lower, otherwise you're gonna have a hard time. But actually it was okay. Just, the DP also mentioned you can stop climbing, lower collective. You can maybe let's wait a little longer next time that we have about between 4 and 500, that we really have a little more vibrations. Just that we really identify vortex ring state, that we have heavy vibrations. Okay, this time we do it again, but first we try just to do an OG hover.
1,400.
Okay, so we reduce the airspeed, and this time we also raise the collective, that the VSI stays at 0, or even better that you feel 1G, because the VSI is a little delayed. And then if you start to descend, make sure you raise more, but don't go over your limit. If you're at your limit and you're still descending, then we just don't have the power, right? Or we don't have the performance. But most likely with this headwind, and we are at sea level, we have the performance. So you can copy it up, 1, 2, 3 green, M center, cover it, coach 1 is off, testing green. Okay, let's try to go in an OG hover.
Okay.
So reduce the airspeed and just try to keep 0. When you feel vibrations, raise collective more, if you have the power. Maybe we use the 105.710 as a reference. The nose on the last one was actually really nice, you kept it very good straight. Okay, we lose a little performance already, feel a little light in the seat, so raise. Yeah, so we start a little descent, so raise more, raise more. Nice. Okay. Maybe raise a little more, we get a little vibrations. Okay, now, to make sure you are in a hover, what you can do is, because it's sometimes a little hard to tell, you choose 2 checkpoints, maybe 2 buildings, maybe this one and this one, and if you see they are not moving, then you are hovering. At the moment, I think we're already moving a little back, so a little forward cyclic. So we're pretty high on power, and so we'll play a little forward. Just to get a little performance. It's pretty close to hover. Yeah, now it's not really moving. Okay? That's a nice OG hover, so now you can just lower collective a little, and when you get into vortex ring state, you call it out and recover, okay?
Okay. Who's this? James. I'm in downtown LA at the moment. Nice.
Lower a little more. Okay, let's go into vortex ring state. Don't raise the collective. They're already in vortex ring state. So let's recover.
Vortex ring state?
Lower collective. Okay, that's enough forward, yeah? Nice. That was a nice OG hover. You can let's climb a little. The power was actually at the maximum, maybe a little above, but when the carpet is applied, we are allowed to use 1.5 inches more, which is a lot. So we were actually pretty far away from our maximum. We can even pull over the red line. It's written in the POH. Just a little additional knowledge. That's why the power was good. Yeah, that is an OGR where you choose 2 points and then you make like a triangle between you and those 2 points. And when they don't move, you know you're in a hover. Because sometimes it's really hard to tell if you're really hovering or still have a little airspeed. But just this time, I told you, hey, now let's vortex ring state, lower collective a little. And then you waited pretty long with the recovery. We were at 3, 4, 500 for a very long time. So as soon as you reach about 400 or max 5, recover.
Okay.
And if you see, the VSI is going down very slowly, maybe you lower collective a little bit, because we were still almost in a hover. So you can lower collective a little more next time. Okay, yes, let's turn around please and keep 60 knots, little airspeed. So for the check rate, the DP might also tell you, hey, let's show me the vortex rings, let's show me an OG hover, and then it tells you, hey, let's also now do vortex ring states. That looks beautiful now with the sun. Pity that you can't see it, huh? So you can turn a little more and then you can see it.
Right.
Yeah, when we do some autorotation.
Down, northwest bound,
But let's fly, let's raise collective forward cycle, let's go to 80 knots. Because we need a little space and we don't want to do it with a tailwind, right? So 80 knots. Yes, good job. 80 knots, straight at level, good power, trims ring centered. Ground speed is 87, so we still have a tailwind. If you want, you can also fly 90 knots.
90 knots?
90 if you want, yeah. Just watch your power, that's enough.
Studio is northwest bound.
We raise collective just a little bit, a little descending.
Happy Papa landed 557 November. See you guys in a second.
Nice, very precise 90 knots, good job. Probably your first time 90 knots, huh?
Right.
Yeah, but really nice, very precise. Don't look too much inside, still want to scan for traffic and just keep the same attitude and wouldn't change. Okay. Let's go back a little slower, then you can do your landing check, gauge check. let's check your gauges.
Engine gauge is 123 green, amper centered, orbits out of yellow. Internal RPMs are green, no warning lights. And
Just keep this heading for a little bit. We have enough space. Yes. So this the 105, 605, did I tell you that already maybe?
yeah, the T-shape.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, then let's turn around. Then carp it up, then as soon as you're rolled out of the turn, we can do the first auto rotation. Okay, auto rotation, remember straight and level, we don't want to climb or descend, 70 knots. A nice setup is very important. And then on the entry we look outside, pedal lower collective, right pedal aft cyclic, 1000 pitch pull. And then you start your scan, RPMs, airspeed outside. Make sure you don't turn to the left in the auto rotations, that's a pretty common thing that we turn, so just try to keep straight, same heading. Now you see the nice picture here. Okay. Nice roll out, 70 knots, maybe a tick forward cyclic. Beat the gauge check already, so whenever you are ready,
Okay.
you can do your auto rotation.
Rotation 3, 2, 1, enter.
Pitch pull. A little late with the pitch pull. Yeah, lower a little, that was a little too high the pitch pull. Because if you see the RPM are going down slowly, you can already lower a little. A little forward cyclic, then the RPMs come down and you're back to 65. RPMs, airspeed outside. RPMs, airspeed outside. Very precise. So now if you keep that, nothing is gonna change. 65 is perfect, perfect in the green. More a stable auto rotation. Yeah, you can recover.
Okay, over.
Keep the power high and 60 knots. Yeah, what do you think about your entry?
I think it was great. Other than great pitch pull.
Yeah, in the very beginning it was a little left, but you corrected very nicely, so it was just 1 second, so that was okay. Pitch pull was a little late, yeah. Other than that, really nice. Airspeed, also the forward aft cyclic was really nice. The RPMs went a little high because of the late pitch pull, that's why I applied a little forward.
Right.
Then you tried a little aft, then I did a little forward again. Yeah, I just did that because to avoid the overspeed, right? So if you do the pitch pull a little earlier, then this is not necessary, and then you don't need any inputs. Then it's gonna be even more stable. But it was very stable. So I would say on the next one, let's get a little faster, 60 knots. We're gonna try some turns as well in the auto rotation. So once we are stable, let's actually turn around. Because we're gonna go a little higher this time. Keep the 60 knots and keep the power high to climb. So for a turn in the auto rotation, this is like you would apply aft cyclic. In the turn, the load factor increases. So it has the same effect if you would apply aft cyclic. And what happens to the RPM if you apply aft cyclic?
Go up.
Exactly. That's why we raise collective and then turn. But don't waste any time in between that, so maybe almost at the same time, raise collective, start the turn. Because if you raise the collective and you wait, then you're gonna have low RPM. You're still gonna fix it with the turn. But yeah, so raise collective, then turn. And very important, when we stop, let's keep the 60, it's easier to climb.
Okay.
When we stop, when we roll out of the turn, we have to lower the collective first. Otherwise you're gonna have low RPM, okay? Because the load factor goes down again. So maybe we can do a little right turn this time. If we are high enough, maybe also left turn. Yeah, so maybe some S turns in the auto rotation. For now you can just keep climbing. Let's go. So the Delta, the Bravo, over here starts at 2,500 feet. So let's go at the moment, let's go to 2,250. A little more. Then you
5, coming up on Cavalry, southbound, climbing out of
center, purpose out of yellow, no engine or rotor cams are green, no warning lights. Thank you.
Okay, and the steeper we turn, the more we need to raise the collective or lower the collective on the level out, right?
Right.
So this time we're just gonna do a little, not a very steep turn.
How are you, little buddy?
Okay, 70 knots looks good, straight and level, let's turn around, 70 knots turn. Oh, gauge check, yeah.
Got there, DGP.
Keep the collective a little higher, or a little descending. If you can also do the gauge check in the turn.
Okay. Want to screen, F center, closer out of yellow, enter the rotor cams are green.
See that.
No warning lights and have you.
Okay, carb it up.
Curb it up.
It looks beautiful actually. Nice evening to do auto rotations.
Right.
Okay. So first of all we make sure we have a stable auto rotation and then we do our turns, okay?
Okay.
Okay, 70 knots, a little forward. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Auto rotation, 3, 2, 1, enter.
Oh yeah, that's good timing. Pitch pull. Again a little late with the pitch pull. Okay, it's pretty stable. Lower collective a little. So it's a little. So make sure you don't keep raising the collective on the pitch pull.
Right.
Okay, now let's do another pitch pull and then turn. Pitch pull and turn. RPMs, airspeed outside. Let's turn a little more and the RPMs come up. Yeah. Okay, and then lower collective, lower collective. Okay, and now lower collective more and level off. Yes, perfect. That was a nice lower. Okay, we can recover.
Okay.
That was perfect timing, huh? But you didn't get too much distracted. Let's turn to the right.
Okay.
Nice. So what do you think? Timing of the pitch pull and amount of the pitch pull?
Right. Maybe too much of a pitch pull?
You want to fix that? I can hold it. I have controls.
You have controls?
I have controls.
Yeah, too much pitch pull.
You have controls.
I
You have controls. Yes, a little too much pitch pull. I felt like first it was good, but then you kept raising.
Right.
Yeah, so make sure you stop again. And the timing?
I was a little late.
A little late again, yes. That's why we got pretty high again with the RPMs. So really, you don't really need to look at the RPMs or about anything, just outside, before you do the pitch pull. So your collective rep at last cyclic, pitch pull. Okay? Before, and then you look out inside. Then you see maybe the RPMs are still moving up, then you need a more pitch pull. Maybe they are moving down, or then you can lower again. So then you can do a little adjustments, because you see that the trend, what the RPMs are doing, right?
Right.
Okay, but the turn was pretty nice. We lost a little airspeed in the turn, but that helped us a little to keep the RPM high, because also the pitch pull for the turn was a little high, a little much, so a little smaller pitch pull. So in general, all the movements on the collective, smaller.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, make sure before you turn left, right, you don't wanna crash.
Right.
Yeah, then you can keep climbing to about 2,000 feet, or 2,200. Maybe you can do a radio call, you can say over 105, 605, climbing to 2,200, heading west.
LA Basin traffic, helicopter 426 on 105, 605, climbing to 2000, heading west. LA Basin.
That's perfect. Okay, gauge check, card hit.
Want to see our green Orbits are yellow, engine and roof green, no warning lights. Orbits up, have fuel.
Okay, so this one we're gonna focus on doing smaller inputs on the collective.
Okay.
And once we are stable, we're gonna try a left turn, okay?
Okay.
So a little pitch pull, left turn. Okay, 70 knots, company is up. And whenever you are ready.
Autorotation 3, 2, 1, enter.
Yes. That was really nice. RPMs, airspeed outside lower collective just a little bit, they are trending down a little. Okay, actually, okay, let's do a pitch pull and left turn.
Okay, pitch pull.
Yes. A little forward cycle in lower collective. Make sure you don't play aft and left. Really nice. RPMs are a little low. Yeah, and keep it up. Just don't. Because it always takes a second until you see the result. This input was actually very good. Okay, then lower collective, roll out. Yes. Nice, raise collective. Let's recover, yeah. Nice, that was an awesome autorotation. Really nice inputs now. Okay, let's turn right, we are pretty close to Long Beach here. Nice, very much better inputs. You can keep 700, 70 knots.
Okay.
Maybe head back slowly. You can actually follow the street. Yeah, very nice timing on the pitch pull. In one input, I think it was the pitch pull for the turn. Again, you kept a little, it was good, but then you kept a little raising. Other than that, it was a really nice auto rotation. Really nice entry. Then it was stable very fast, because the entry was so nice and the pitch pull was nice, we were already stable, so we didn't have to work a lot. RPMs was just at 70, so you could apply a tiny bit more upcycling if you wanted to, because otherwise you're pretty close to the limit of, because you want to be between 70 and 65.
Right.
But yeah, that was pretty close to perfect, that auto rotation. That was really nice. Okay, then let's head back to Compton. The sheriff is over there, you see.
Right.
So let's change the frequency to Compton.
Okay.
There is a TFR in front of us, but that's only for...
13210, so turn your left crowd plan for the departure from traffic.
Pretty sure that's only for... yeah, that's only for drones.
Right.
UAS.
You have control?
I have controls.
I have control.
You have controls. What's the matter?
I was trying to take a picture.
You want?
Yeah, can you?
Yeah, I have controls.
Can you?
Take a picture?
Yeah.
You have your phone not here, or?
Pretty uncomfy spot to pull it out.
Yeah. Really nice, huh? Like those backgrounds. Don't forget to tell me that I send it to you.
Nice.
Okay, so how far are we away from Compton?
Traffic saying 13 to 110, so over the board, 1,500, last cargo back to towards Compton traffic.
You can tell them 3 miles east,
East, right.
and we are inbound for midfield crossing, 700 feet, southbound, or no, just inbound for midfield crossing.
Okay.
700 feet.
Traffic 16766 Mike. Crossing the LA River direct to the Compton Courthouse will be an overhead approach to 5 left Compton.
Compton traffic lifter 4263 mile east, inbound for midfield cross, Compton.
Okay, this guy
So
just...
you landing at Compton?
Negative, midfield crossing and then we head southbound.
I see him.
Oh, this guy is very close to us. No?
Right.
That's lower collective. Get to 700. He's a little higher than we are.
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay.
Right shoulder.
Okay. He's climbing now, that's good. He's probably gonna turn behind us because he's landing. Yeah, he's descending. Why is he descending, this idiot? Is he higher than us or?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually pretty close. Get a little faster maybe. We descended 200 feet and he also descended 200 feet. What an idiot. Okay, there he is.
Traffic extension 66 Mike over the windsock. We'll be a left turn for short approach 25 left Compton.
He's turning left.
Okay, so what? No, let's first fly back. Yep. Maybe we do then a radio call when we are over midfield. Make sure they don't get too high now. 70 knots. So you can tell them 426 is over midfield at 800 feet, heading southbound.
Compton traffic, lift to 426 on over midfield at 700, heading southbound Compton.
What equipment do we need at night?
66 Mike is close in, left base, short approach 25 left Compton.
Apes, collision light,
Yeah, that's
anti-collision
on.
light.
That's also on.
Right. Strobe.
Strobe is, yeah, that's strobe, yeah. Anti-collision is the strobe light.
Right. L is landing light?
Yes, you can turn that on. Because it's almost sunset.
Right.
Then pale E.
Electric terminal?
Electrical source.
Right,
So
yeah.
we need to be equipped with a battery or an alternator. We have both. And S doesn't really apply to us. Can you remember what the S is?
Celestial illumination. Oh no, there's
1 mile
a C1.
northeast, 70 to the southwest, midfield, 500, Compton.
That's gonna be the spare fuses.
Oh, right.
But we are only the ones that are accessible to the pilot, and the R22 has none, so. Okay, let's listen, or let's do a last call, 1 mile south.
Okay. Compton traffic, lift to 426, 1 mile south, heading south, last call, Compton.
Okay, then you can bring us back to
Runway 30, runway 26 left and runway 26 right. Tower frequency for all aircraft is 119.4. All departing aircraft contact clearance over reprisal taxi on 118.15 with position at departure point. Ground traffic on 133.0. Land and hold short operations in effect. No numbered advisory in effect. 2 cranes, 2.7 miles southeast, 210 feet AGO. Traffic pattern operations suspended. At 5, unleash contact air information Quebec.
Okay.
Long Beach Airport information Quebec 00530 observation wind 300 at 7 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 25 2.17 altimeter 2977 Pilot runway 30 approaching use landing runway 30 runway 26 left and runway 26 right. Tower frequency for all aircraft is 119.4. All departing aircraft contact clearance over reprisal taxi on 118.15 with position at departure point. Ground traffic on 133.0. Land and hold short operations in effect. No numbered advisory in effect. 2 cranes, 2.7 miles southeast, 210 feet AGO. Traffic pattern operations suspended. At 5, unleash contact air information Quebec.
Yeah, got everything?
It's a Quebec and 2630 and use audio frequencies is 119.4 and altimeter is 2977.
Number 2 Charlie Alpha,
The
extend
same
down
one.
Downwind 193 Charlie Alpha.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sierra, Long Beach Tower, make sure you're runway 26 left.
Straight in 26 left, 9 Alpha Sierra.
Do we gonna...
Landing a Maverick.
5 miles west. Long Beach Tower, helicopter 74426, 5 mile west. We request West Wallow arrival and landing a Maverick with information coming.
74426, Long Beach Tower, make westward, arrival port 1 mile west.
West Wallow approved, report 1 mile west, helicopter 426.
Northeast Alpha turn base, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Nice, very good call. So as soon as you hear your call sign, you can turn inside. Because that's all that is required, right? Two-way radio communication.
Right.
What the hell is that?
Oh.
That's crazy, huh? Where is that? Huh. Nice, perfect call. Very loud and clear, easy to understand. 74426, really good job. And then all the information was there. Didn't forget anything. If you forget something, he might ask you. Then you can just also reply, right? Yeah, that's the one more last maneuver. You're already at 500, that's okay. Usually you can stay at 700 and then go to 500 later. That's the lower PM recovery. So let's please switch off the governor.
Governor off.
Okay, we have to monitor the RPMs now. Then I'm gonna give you the low RPM. You're gonna have a lefty off first. When the light is on, call it out and recover.
Okay.
Okay, wait, let's wait a second till we're over these power lines, because we're gonna descend a little bit. Okay, gonna give it to you now.
RPM.
Nice, perfect. Okay, let's raise collective again. RPM, bend up a little much. Let's raise a little.
Southwest, 866, wind, 30011, runway 30, clear for takeoff, traffic 2.5 mile, final runway 26 left.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you one more.
Clear for takeoff, Southwest 866.
Southwest 866, thank you very much. Land off Sierra, traffic is departing runway 30, prior to arrival, Boeing 737,
Very nice, movement controls.
Boeing, clear to land.
Okay, you can turn it down around.
November
So this
3, Charlie Alpha, turn
helicopter
left.
is really nice, right? On the other one, 3 to 0, you have to be very careful. Okay. What can we already do before we land?
Gauge check.
Yeah, landing check.
426, understand you want land Maverick, correct?
That's correct. 426.
426, cross runway 26 left, midfield at 500, landing Maverick will be at your own risk. Traffic mile and a half final, runway 26 left is a Cirrus.
Cross midfield at 500, landing at Maverick at my own risk. I'm looking for traffic. We got the traffic. Helicopter 426.
Number 3, Charlie Alpha, turn left, Foxtrot 4, contact ground.
Perfect radio close.
Contact ground 193 Charlie Alpha.
Number 9 Alpha Sierra, traffic west of the field will be crossing runway 26 left, midfield at 500, right to left. Have you in sight, runway 26 left, good land, thank you.
9 Alpha Sierra.
Southwest 866, thank you very much for that.
Have a good
Thank you, going to Park South.
So that's a nice thing in the night, it's really easy to see the traffic. 7500 looks absolutely perfect, really nice. Gauge check is already done, so we can completely focus on flying and our landing. Right clear. Just make sure when you cross the runway you're at 500. So if you go to 60 now, it's gonna help you a little. Yes. Keep the forward pressure a little, that we don't get too slow. slightly start to descend, that's okay, but it's actually good. It doesn't have to be a lot because our downwind, our final will be very long, but still a little lower is nice.
We're down Alpha Sierra, turn left Foxtrot 4, contact ground or right at Juliet 4.
Thank you.
Final.
Right.
Perfect
Go a little to the right over the line.
Okay.
A little high, yeah, good job lowering the collective. Also pretty fast.
Right.
Soft cyclic. Soft cyclic. Nice, very nice forward cyclic input. Keep that all the way down. Nice. Then you stop. Okay, and then you can hover over there.
Okay.
Okay, here.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a little tailwind.
Right.
If you can handle it, you can try to set down like this. Otherwise you can also turn in a headwind, but I think it's okay. Nice.
Shut down.
Yeah.
Turn on. Turn on.
Timer. Nice. Yes, on the approach, or in general on the whole landing, the airspeed varied a little bit, right? So after you cross the runway, you let the nose come up a little bit, so we almost climbed, but you also lowered the corrective, so we didn't climb a lot. And then as soon as you turned north and then around the tower, we kept 70 knots pretty long. And then also the whole approach was a little fast. So make sure when you turn final, you don't drop the nose. It's going to be much easier for you then, because you can do this approach much slower, which is easier. I mean, this approach speed is okay, it's still safe, right? And yeah, it's also more efficient, but if it is slower, it's going to be easier. Also, we were pretty high. So as soon as you cross the runway, start your descent, descending left turn, make sure you keep the 60 knots altitude, fly check 60 knots, and then you can, on final, you don't want to get faster anymore, only slower. Slowly get slower. If you feel like you're too slow or too low, you can still extend.
Right.
That's easier to extend than to make sure we are overshooting and have to do a steep approach or apply a lot of cyclic down, collective down. Yeah, so a little slower, then it's going to be a little easier. But then we can really just land parallel to the black and white line, a little side step, right? Then we stop, turn, come over here.
Okay.
Yes, but other than that, really good flight today, really stable, really nice radio calls, stable, straight and level. On the departure, really nice, 70 knots, 500 feet, was very precise. Radio calls seem to be no problem at all. Also the last one was a lot, so pretty long call, you read everything back perfect. So I'm really happy with the radio calls. Yeah, patterns in Compton. You could maybe start to descend a little earlier in downwind, just gonna make it a little easier. easier for you then, because most of the time we still were at about 600 feet in base, mid base.
Right.
So we could also, if you're at 500, it's going to help you a lot. This 100 feet is kind of a big difference then for your final. I mean, you still have a lot of space in Compton, so you still have a lot of time on final, so it worked out. You always hit the spot. But you could, that's going to make it a little easier, because also you did like applying up cycling to 60 knots and the turn almost at the same time.
Right.
If you do that a little more step by step, so you start a little earlier, you can make it a little easier for yourself. Yeah, then we can brief later a little more.
So 3 minutes up, close throttle.
That one is yours.
Southwest 3495 is ready.
Yeah, I can pull the mixture.
They're there for only 30, that was 3495.
Beach Tower, Cherokee 140, Charlie Kilo inbound, practice ILS 30 for a full stop.
140, Charlie Kilo 1 Tower, runway 30, clear to land.
Clear to land on 30, 140, Charlie Kilo.
And Tower Southwest 2633, we'll be ready to cut the in.
Southwest 34, Christian 2633, Roger, stand by.